Hi, our team is language team and I'm Maris. We would like to present our project, which is a learning language mobile application named Lingo. Learning foreign language tends to be a trend on the world. More and more young people want to go abroad for different purposes, such as studying, working, and traveling. Hence, learning a new language is essential because it is a good way for people to connect with others and discover cultures of the locals. In addition, speaking another language can be a very useful asset for some jobs. It will definitely give people a competitive advantage. Therefore, people cannot do all of this without speaking the language. To meet the demand of learning language, there are many ways provided for people to learn a new language, as joining a language class, access a virtual language classroom, and learning on mobile applications. However, according to our research from Task 1, there were disadvantages in learning language of those existing ways, such as lack of free time to join language class outside. With a busy work life, finding the time to commit to a new language can be a challenge in itself. About online classroom and learning application, learners easily to loss of motivation if they study alone. Moreover, lack of fun activities and interaction between learners and teachers while learning also lead to learners being able to keep interest in learning language and giving up easily. All of these cons lead us to decide to read Lingo. Although it is also a learning app, but there is something new in Lingo compared to other existing applications. The aims of Lingo are to support users who don't have much free time and learn anytime, anywhere, to fit their busy schedule and saving time. The more people who learn a language, the better and more understanding our society will be. Also, it looks good on a resume. So why not learn with Lingo?
Hello, my name is Danqi, and I bet you were wondering who this is for. Who in their right mind would learn a language online? Why not just go out and speak it? Well, don't worry, we have done our research. According to our research, the largest majority of language learners would be between 23 and 27. Almost 65% actually. This is the age range we decided to focus on, but that doesn't mean anyone older couldn't have a go. Our app is designed for those handy with a smartphone who doesn't mind communicating online. Also, there was a majority who seemed to have more interest and drive to learn a language. Why is that, you ask? We asked too. The most cited reason most people seem to learn a foreign language is because they want to either study in a country where that language is spoken and taught in, or they want to work in that country. The future career prospects for someone with international experience and language skills are high. And a common reason for learning languages abroad, we conducted interviews and surveys, and found that these young adults heading out overseas had legitimate reasons for wanting to learn the language, but were often stuck once they got there. The most difficult problem, according to the research, was the lack of confidence to communicate with native speakers, not having a lot of time to adjust to the culture or learn the language must be such a burden. So, this is how Lingo came to life. Very little time is needed, and communicating with native speakers is the main goal of this app. Designed with real people in mind for real-world issues. You probably hear a lot about coronavirus all the time. but it's a good time to learn isolated and indoors. Don't you agree? Choose Lingo.
This app works much like any other app, with a few key innovative features that represent our main goal. Hi, my name is Kate, and I'll be describing how this app will work. The main goal of this app: cure culture shock, connect language learners and language speakers, and just generally create a fun and engaging learning experience. Culture shock is a real issue, one that could turn a fun new experience sour. Working or studying in another country where the language is not one you're fluent in can be daunting. Our app is designed to support the language learning process and at the same time alleviate the stress with fun. The primary function is to connect language speakers. In this way, the app is a little like social media. You have a profile and list your native language and the language you're looking for. The app then connects you to a native speaker who is also interested in your language. This alleviates the anxiety and loneliness of living in a different country. There will, of course, be security in place. One of the main issues with current online language learning, highlighted in our research, was that users did not feel as if they were confident to communicate with native speakers. This is a huge issue. What if you couldn't ask your lecturer questions or your boss to clarify an assignment? It would be stressful, right? By creating a function where users can meet new people without the anxiety of finding a place to do so and hoping for a random encounter, Lingo ensures everyone can share language and be at ease. Together, you and whoever matches with you, you'll play word games, discuss slang and language, and have fun. Too many apps are boring and overloaded with grammar and punctuation with lengthy courses that no one has time for. Lingo doesn't ignore grammar or vocabulary, but introduces it in a fun manner. This, combined with speaking and listening practice gained by user matches, creates a well-rounded, actually useful language learning experience. How long do you want to spend on it? Up to you. Different to regular apps, the user will be held accountable by the user match, and also with gamification and geolocation prompts, such as at a cafe. Hi, want to practice ordering a coffee? Handy, important stuff. This all culminates in a very functional, exciting language learning opportunity. More than ever, we need to understand each other. Also, needing the option to learn online has never been more important. No matter why you choose to learn a language, Lingo can work for you.
Hi, I'm Elsa. Today I'm going to introduce our interface of application, what it looks like. The theme color of this application is light color. That can make the application look more cartoonish, and we won't change the previous boring way of learning, so light color can make people visually feel that should be joyful learning atmosphere. We want learner will no longer feel bored or uninterested. Firstly, we can see many games on the interface, so we want interface look simple because that can make user easy to get one part of game. There is also a scroll photo to place different game informations that is provided for user to browse. After selecting a game, we can see the second interface. There are some of players from different countries and everyone can chat in during the game. Secondly, quizzes. So the first interface of the quizzes, it is user will directly select one quiz they want to add. Then when the user enter quizzes interface, it will see quizzes question like a game. Besides, quizzes can be added on the top left and the leaderboards can be seen in the upper right corner. The competitive mode will stimulate the enthusiasm of learning. Thirdly, there are many topics related to different countries and culture on the communication interface. If you click on each topic, you can access a secondary interface. User can express any relevant content they want to say, like a discussion. If you have a favorite speech, you can click on Favorite. If you feel that topic you want to continue to know, you can also click to add friends in the upper left corner of each box. In the last section of the user profile, we can see the data about the learning process in the interface. That is because encourage user to keep going on the courses. And the slide down, we can see the list of friends and the goals is user who has achieved. Then welcome Leo present next part.
Hello, my name is Leo, and our language app Lingo is a refreshing take on digital language learning. There are 4 key factors that set our product apart from the competition. Number 1, reciprocity. Learning is reciprocal on our app. When playing games, users must keep talking and explaining the language to other users. The relationship between users is not like a teacher and a student, rather, they share experience and learn from each other. Compared to the existing apps, learners express their mind actively instead of passive learning. Number 2 is that our app is funny. Users do not have to follow a rigid program or recite vocabulary like Duolingo or Babel. Users just need to immerse themselves into a game and express themselves as much as possible during the process. The process would not be boring because such face-to-face communication is more like playing games with a friend with some visual stimulation. Number 3 is that it's useful. It's more useful to improve oral language. So that is what our product focuses on. This immersive way of learning ensures that users actually use the language they are learning. This promotes confidence with a chance to speak in real life with real people. Number 4, most importantly, it's free. It's free because the app does not have to hire teachers. Users learn from each other. Compared with those one-on-one learning apps, it can save users a lot of money.